He's one of the greatest boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago. And for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor. Not so much the one with Logan Paul. I just see some of these things, and this is just my personal feeling. This is not a movie. This is not Rocky 3, where Rocky is going against Thunderbolt, who that was his name, or Hulk Hogan, okay?
Floyd is not interested in boxing anymore.
Okay.
So he's interested in cashing in on events.
Before he wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I don't want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight like this. So this is it. This is what I'm waiting for.
Sports
analyst Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman have ignited fresh debate with their commentary on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s remarks regarding a potential Manny Pacquiao rematch. The dispute emerged when Mayweather characterized the prospective clash as merely an exhibition bout, contradicting reports indicating formal contracts exist for an officially sanctioned contest. Smith suspects this isn't a simple miscommunication, but rather a calculated move by Mayweather to inject ambiguity into the proceedings, possibly employing psychological warfare tactics while maintaining narrative control over the entire situation.
I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop.
Numerous boxing analysts, echoing sentiments frequently associated with Stephen A. Smith's viewpoint, contend that Floyd Mayweather's characterization of a potential Pacquiao rematch as an exhibition represents intentional strategy rather than accidental miscommunication or genuine confusion. This approach is perceived as a deliberate maneuver designed to fuel debate, generate buzz, and sustain intense media focus surrounding the anticipated bout.
I think that this is just a selling point. I think ultimately Mayweather has to agree to whatever the contract is. If it's a fight, I think one of the comments the other day really made a point that, one of the comments in our chat made a point that, has really stuck with me. Mayweather has to know the terms he agreed to. Come on, I mean, you can't just sign something and not know those terms. He's got to know that that if it is, in fact, it has to be a fight, then he would do this. And he knows he's got to go through with a fight. He may just be saying this just to sell the fight in general, just to sell it as, make it a talking point, make it a controversial point so that people want to wind up, talking about it more. It becomes a topic of discussion. And then from that perspective, people, end up watching, more people end up watching it because it becomes more of a polarizing topic of conversation. So I don't know. I see this eventually getting straightened out. I think it has to. I mean, Floyd has to fight right now. I think Mayweather probably wants to fight right now. Mayweather wants to fight and probably has to fight right now. And Pacquiao seems to want to and have to as well. So in one way or another, I think it's going to get.
Fan response escalated dramatically following Floyd Mayweather's public classification of the rematch as an exhibition contest. His comments directly contradicted Manny Pacquiao's previous declarations alongside promotional plans established by event organizers, television networks, and other crucial figures orchestrating the bout. This abrupt change in how the fight was being framed instantly created suspicion and triggered widespread conjecture among industry insiders monitoring developments closely.
Manny, by chance, did you see what Floyd said? I think he's saying that he feels it's an exhibition and not a real fight.
Is that what's his feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract that we signed is a real fight.
Real fight. Okay. Yeah, because I know he said
I want to fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight. Yeah.
Is Fear still in Las Vegas?
That's the contract that he signed. I mean,
yeah. Okay, so it's still happening then.
He has to remember that.
But it's still on. It's still happening.
Oh yeah, we did sign the contract already, so there's no reason why. I know.
Why wouldn't?
Why wouldn't?
Yeah. All right. Look good. You look already in shape. What adjustments do you think you're gonna make for the rematch? Adjustments compared to the first fight.
I have the improved and better strategy compared to the last one.
Manny Pacquiao's representatives have voiced frustration, claiming Floyd Mayweather is abandoning previously agreed conditions. They assert he had already approved numerous contracts establishing the bout as an officially sanctioned professional encounter. Their camp maintains substantial evidence supports this stance, including electronic signatures and verified documentation proving the original arrangement.
has been a breach of contract in terms of what Mayweather had to say the fight weekend of Fundora and Thurman. Apparently, he did an interview, said that it was an exhibition, that these guys didn't have anything to prove, that their legends were already set in stone, and that it would be an exhibition. He wasn't sure if it was going to be at the Sphere. Apparently, that is not true. According to a Boxing Scene article that interviewed Jaz Mathur, the CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, said that, yes, the fight is contracted for the Sphere, booked at the Sphere, scheduled at the Sphere for September 19th. It is booked as a professional fight, not as an exhibition. It was never booked as an exhibition, which makes sense because Netflix got behind it, and I would assume that they would not want an exhibition. We said the other day, I think it was actually yesterday, we said that this fight has to be a real fight and not an exhibition because, one, Netflix is involved, two, Manny Pacquiao wants that get back, and two, also just betting lines. It's a huge aspect of this sport, and this kind of fight is going to generate a ton of money.
Max Kellerman has stated his conviction that should a rematch materialize, Manny Pacquiao would likely defeat Floyd Mayweather Jr. decisively. He highlights Pacquiao's sustained competitive activity, noting his recovered timing, explosive combination sequences, and aggressive fighting style, suggesting these attributes could pose significant problems for Mayweather to navigate successfully.
So Pacquiao is the active, sharper fighter by the time he fights Floyd in a rematch, and Floyd would be in danger of being stopped. And in that fight, there is a very good chance that Pacquiao will stop Floyd Mayweather.
What?
Manny Pacquiao has repeatedly stressed his desire for an authentic rematch, making clear he has zero interest in transforming the encounter into an exhibition showcase. He insists the contest should proceed as a completely sanctioned professional bout instead of a promotional circus act. This stance directly opposes Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s reported preferences, creating a fundamental conflict that casts uncertainty over whether negotiations can advance without both parties establishing mutual understanding.
It's up to him. If he come out to retirement, then we'll have a Mayweather Pacquiao too.
Would you do an exhibition with him, or would you potentially entertain an exhibition with someone like maybe a Conor McGregor?
No, I don't like exhibition. Like I want if Mayweather is my opponent, I don't like exhibition. Like I want fight. Like there's a
Sources indicate Floyd Mayweather Jr. accepted upfront compensation tied to a contract for an officially sanctioned professional contest against Manny Pacquiao. These payments were reportedly issued under the premise that the fight would occur as a formally recognized championship bout. Consequently, any subsequent attempt to redesignate the event has generated concerns about whether it continues meeting originally established parameters.
Mayweather has already taken a cash advance payment of his purse for the upcoming Manny Pacquiao rematch on Netflix, despite it currently being in jeopardy. I don't even know how that's possible. Who gave him a cash advance before they even got to the fight? I understand like paying some up front to secure the fight, but paying everything? Maybe it's not what it is. Maybe the cash advance is like partial. But still, what? So if this is to be believed, and this is via ESPN, this is not, random Twitter person reporting this. I think Mike Coppinger also reported the same thing. If this is to be believed, Floyd took a cash advance and then undermined the promotion of his own fight to try to protect his 50-0 record and still make.
Stephen A.
Smith has further criticized Floyd Mayweather Jr., questioning the caliber of opposition he faced throughout the closing chapters of his perfect professional record.
When you're that great and you're that elite, not just anyone deserves to be in a ring with you, even if you are retired, even if it is for exhibition purposes. A lot of people out there wish they could be in the ring, on a basketball court with a LeBron James. All right? You don't deserve it. You're not him. You're not on his level. He's so elite. He's so phenomenal. You don't deserve to be in that arena with him unless you've earned it. So that's just how I look at it. These exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Max Kellerman has contended that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has established a routine of participating in profitable, reduced-risk exhibition matches against YouTube personalities and mixed martial arts competitors who lack credentials as elite professional boxers. According to this analysis, these contests have allowed him to secure substantial financial returns while sidestepping more challenging and dangerous confrontations against contemporary boxing champions.
Floyd was like, well, actually, from the fighter's point of view, my best interest is take minimal risk, maximum reward, not get hit, get out with all my money and all my marbles, right? Like, that's in the fighter's best interest. Fighters and fans' interests diametrically opposed. And so what Floyd figured out after a while, for example, with Pacquiao, Stephen A., is I don't have to fight this dude at the height of his powers. I can wait. Okay, I'll fight him now. Now there's pent-up demand. I'm going to make 5 times more than I would have made back then to fight a guy who's not as dangerous as he was back then. That's smart. And then what he realized was, wait a minute, because Conor McGregor's rise, I don't even have to fight fighters, boxers. I can fight dudes who don't box and make $100 million. Now, what fool wouldn't do that if he could? Why fight a guy who's trained his whole life to box you for $30 million when you can fight a guy who hasn't trained his whole life boxing for $100 million? Well, of course, Floyd's right about that, so that's what he did. And since then, he's realized, Stephen A., he never has to get in the ring with a dude who's trained his whole life to box and he can make money. Whether it's a Japanese kickboxer, right, who's smaller than him, whether it's Logan Paul, who's a YouTube star who's twice his size, it doesn't matter. If you haven't trained in boxing your whole life, it's easy work for Floyd at any age, and he's going to make tens and tens of millions of dollars.
The situation has become increasingly complicated as Floyd Mayweather Jr. continues scheduling exhibition contests against unconventional boxing challengers, including crossover athletes. Certain sources suggest his future exhibition obligations, including a rumored bout with kickboxer Mike Zambidis, might directly contradict stipulations outlined in the Pacquiao contract.
It would be one of the most detrimental moments in Floyd Mayweather's career. Floyd Mayweather is back. Iron Mike Zambidis is actually from K1. And this dude was a monster. From the highlights I've seen, he would walk up to you, fire off combinations, and send your chin into the 4th dimension. Here's the only problem. His last fight was 10 years ago. So I don't expect Zambidis to, put on a masterful performance against Mayweather and beat him. But I also don't expect Mayweather to do a lot of damage to Zambidis. Mayweather's 48 years old. Mike Zambidis is 45 years old. If Mike Zambidis comes in and he's got that, quick style where he can just unload pressure on Floyd Mayweather, again, this could be a huge moment for Zambidis and a detrimental moment for Mayweather. So, what do you think of Floyd Money Mayweather versus Iron Mike Zambidis?
Despite persistent disagreements, CEO Jazz Mather has maintained that the rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao remains scheduled to proceed as an officially recognized professional contest. He anticipates the fight will deliver elite-level excitement and competitive drama, satisfying worldwide expectations surrounding the event. He additionally stresses that both combatants retain excellent physical conditioning and mental acuity regardless of their advanced ages, supporting the concept of authentic competition over exhibition theater.
I feel the demand is going to match up to the expectations.
Better. I think that demand-wise, look, people are always going to have comments. They're always going to have something to say. A lot of people are excited. A lot of people are saying, oh, this fight's not going to do that great. Or why are they doing this? They're so old. They're this, that. Those are going to be the first people that are going to want to watch it. I think leading up closer to the fight, when people start seeing their training camp videos, and then they're going to be like, wow, like this is not a joke. These guys are in serious conditioning, right? There's a lot of time you see boxers, they're in their early 20s, they're great. And when they hit their mid 30s, they're completely out and they just can't continue anymore. These guys are different. They're built different. They are different. There's a reason why they're global icons.
Jazz Mather has revealed that the proposed Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao rematch is being designed as a 10-12 round contest utilizing 8-ounce gloves. He indicated these parameters aim to balance genuine competition with acknowledgement that both fighters have entered the twilight phases of their careers while maintaining safety standards and entertainment value. He additionally mentioned Pacquiao's team advocates for the bout occurring at a 147-pound welterweight division. Nevertheless, the final weight classification remains undetermined, requiring endorsement from Mayweather's representatives. Overall, the evolving fight structure reflects ongoing discussions focused on preserving competitive integrity while satisfying tremendous international attention and financial expectations surrounding this promoted blockbuster boxing spectacle.
Get into some of the key particulars as well. How many rounds is the fight? What weight will it be contested at? What ounce gloves will be used? Can you share some details there?
So 10 to 12 rounds, 8-ounce gloves. The weight has not been confirmed yet. Okay, we're still waiting on Floyd's side for this one, but it'll be we're hoping around 147 is what Manny wants.
Gotcha. And it sounds like the rounds could be either 10 or 12?
10 or 12.
Max Kellerman emphasizes that the initial confrontation between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao transcended typical boxing entertainment, becoming the highest-grossing fight in sport history while earning promotion as the bout of the century and capturing unprecedented global fascination. He maintains this historic achievement explains why streaming services like Netflix demonstrate serious commitment to backing a rematch, seeking to recreate identical excitement and nostalgic appeal for contemporary viewers. The 2015 showdown reportedly shattered pay-per-view benchmarks and generated extraordinary revenue through gate receipts, cementing its reputation as boxing's greatest commercial achievement.
When people say the biggest fight in boxing history, if you don't adjust for inflation, et cetera, or tickets sold, et cetera, Joe Louis and Max Schmeling, the rematch, Ali and Frazier, the first fight, these were the biggest fights in boxing history. But Mayweather and Pacquiao was easily the biggest fight of its era, of the generation. And it was the highest grossing fight of all time. Because it had 4.4 million pay-per-view buys at $100 a pop. Do the math, right? It's interesting because Netflix is obviously in the business of, you said, eventizing.
Yes.
Everyone, they want enormous events that become shared experiences. In a way, in this day and age, partly because of delivery systems of content like Netflix, everything is so niche. Everything is so compartmentalized that there's very few shared experiences. It's one of the reasons that the NFL is so.
Kellerman shifts discussion toward legacy considerations and pound-for-pound rankings, examining where Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. rank among boxing's all-time greats, leaving the panel divided on measuring authentic excellence within the sport. Some emphasize Mayweather's unblemished record, defensive genius, and refined technical approach as evidence of his superiority. Others argue Pacquiao's legacy surpasses due to his aggressive offensive philosophy, courage against elite opposition, and championship success spanning numerous weight divisions. The debate underscores stark differences between their respective careers, with Mayweather recognized as the superior tactician and defensive specialist, while Pacquiao earned recognition for consistently accepting tougher assignments and conquering broader competitive territories.
Are you interested in it?
Yep.
Is it a good fight?
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Watch it. The first one was awful, but now they're 50 years old. Let's see it.
But why though? But you didn't like the first time.
No, I didn't.
I'm not watching the second one.
You didn't like that match?
No, the first fight.
Yeah, so when it wasn't grandpa's.
I know you didn't like it. By the way, that fight went more or less how I thought it would go. I always thought it would go that way.
But you like Pacquiao more.
No, I didn't like the fact that it
Who's
was
your
diminished.
favorite fighter, Pacquiao or Floyd? Come on, we know it's Pacquiao.
I know
Pacquiao.
Actually, Floyd. Watching Floyd fight is actually more my style of that perfect boxer.
That's what
when I do a pound-for-pound ranking, I'm trying to be objective. Pacquiao jumped more weight classes. What he did pound for pound to me was more impressive.
But you have him over Floyd.
But I never thought Pacquiao was going to beat.
Manny Pacquiao has elevated his training regimen and camp preparations for the highly anticipated Floyd Mayweather Jr. rematch, approaching it as though contested under complete professional regulations. Renowned for his rigorous work ethic, he reportedly completes approximately 30 to 36 rounds of daily training sessions, a schedule he has consistently utilized to develop conditioning, velocity, and competitive readiness. Pacquiao has continually stressed that he refuses to view the bout as exhibition entertainment, but instead a legitimate professional encounter demanding total commitment and preparation.
I don't need somebody to push me to work hard, work more, but I did. I always put that in my mind when I'm in training. I have to do extra mile to get that condition. Like for example, my fight is 12 rounds, so I'm doing 30 rounds, at least 30 to 36 rounds every day. So that's that's 30 rounds and 36 rounds that's a hard push, like not like taking lightly, but just push 30 rounds. So when you get to the ring, so whatever happens, I have stamina, I have gas, whatever happens. So that's the makes the fans happy and enjoy the show because of action. If I'm a fan, if I'm a fan, I'm going to watch a fight. So I want to see a fight that more on action because that's what I want to see.
Share your perspective in the comments section below. Do you view Mayweather's tactics as intelligent business maneuvering, or do you think it damages boxing's integrity and reputation?